This is the last function of this year's annual convention, and I think probably our most important. We are awarding tonight the Glen A. Gilbert Memorial Award. It recognizes and honors lifelong achievement in aviation. Glen Gilbert founded the system of air traffic that is used in this country and around the world. The trophy itself is the Roman god of Jupiter, deity of weather, sky, and light, a depiction of Earth and its atmosphere, a wonderfully appropriate trophy. When you get an opportunity to go into the Air and Space Museum on the Mall, you'll see the trophy in a prominent position on the second floor with all the names of the recipients on it. We're going to hear a lot about John Crichton in the next few minutes, but I want John to understand the importance of the people that went before him that also contributed, as he has, to making the air traffic control system what it is today and what it will be in the future. Let me acknowledge previous winners that are here. To John's left is Langhorne Bond. Langhorne's career is long and storied. We all know him. He has given up his time to this organization and currently serves on our board of directors. It is Langhorne who put in place the continuity plan for air traffic control that allowed us in tumultuous times in the early 80s to execute a successful air traffic program. He did not do it anticipating it would be used for a strike, but he did build that plan, which saved us great pain and anguish. Langhorne. Bill Pollard is here. Bill, would you wave to everybody? Bill Pollard helped the air traffic control systems, ran and managed the air traffic control system in two nations, the United States and Australia. He helped Australia through its birth of an air traffic control system that is privatized and successful. Greg Russell, its current CEO, is here. If you get a chance, say hello to both of them. I worked for Bill Pollard. I was his chief of staff and suffered under his intellect. I knew no one who could go through 50 pages of documents on budget in 12 seconds and find the one mistake. Bill Pollard is part of that group on whose shoulders we stand today, John. Thank you. Frank Frisbee. Frank is here. I think you're over to my right here somewhere, Frank. Frank Frisbee, through his efforts, put together, built, helped design, and make the infrastructure of the air traffic control system as we know it today. He's still involved. He was your chairman here. He served on the board. He continues to give his time without precondition, as much as we like. He doesn't always like. But he has served this nation and this organization tirelessly. Frank, thank you. I didn't see you, Cass. Are you here? There you go. Thank you, Cass. Cass, I don't know where to start. We don't have all that much time. When this organization was in desperate times, and we needed someone quickly to step in and shore it up while we looked for a new president, in which we were very successful in getting Mr. Dumont, we needed time. Cass gave us that time. He stepped in, he managed this organization, he drove every day from either what is known as a far suburb of Washington or a far suburb of Cleveland, I'm not sure. Cass's career highlights, obviously, the administrator of the Southern region. A great capstone for his career, but not necessarily the most important, I think. Cass served the world in his position at ATCA, and he was the chief of staff to the Administrator Butterfield. Little inside joke. He's, I think, the person who said, just tell him you don't know where the tape is. Thank you, Cass, for everything you've done for us. Jerry Thompson is not here. We miss Jerry, but Kathleen is. Kathleen? Jerry, along with Najib Halaby, with J. Lynn Helms, created the air traffic modernization plan that we lovingly called the Brown Book. I think in the possession of that table is the original Brown Book. I don't want to see it on eBay. Gene, you hear me there? It is that book that gave us the time to where we are today, John, in the United States, and how it presented itself to other places was a magnificent achievement on behalf of the administrator by Jerry. Can we get a round of applause for Kathleen, who is here with us tonight? Thank you, Kathleen. I'm going to touch on a few more highlights. I do want you to know, John, how much you've earned this award and how prestigious it is. Najib Halaby again. Project Beacon created, implemented the secondary radar system that is still in use today. Through his efforts, we all understand the importance of it. J. Lynn Helms, the Brown Book I mentioned. He led this nation and the air traffic system through one of its most tumultuous periods in the early 80s. Sometimes events change your thinking and make you do things that you wished you never had to do in circumstances you didn't want. Administrator Helms was one of those people who stepped up and led us in a very effective way during those times.